Yeah. We got 2 tournament winners right here. 25K, big 10K. Y'all see what
Thank
it
you
is,
for
man.
putting the big.
I know.
Because the 25, I just thought about
I know,
that.
right?
That's 15 more thousand. Hey, but salute to Bonnie, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Now, salute to both of you guys, man, because this was a long tournament. It wasn't like some, a couple days. Now, y'all took time to really get to this point to get y'all money.
I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, like, I think we both was working in between the tournaments too, right?
Yeah, we both had battles. You had way more than me.
I was working every week, but I know Bonnie was still working.
Battles.
It wasn't like she was only doing battle, like she was still doing Bonnie Godiva, you know what I'm saying? So I think that speaks to the testament of work ethic behind the tournament win. So
how difficult is it to get to, basically defeating all your opponents, to finally getting to that last one and having to make sure that you get the money at the end, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's difficult when life is happening because life don't fucking stop. So the longer the tournament, the more shit that's coming, happening while shit is going on. You know what I'm saying? We're all living Prissy Yamaguchi. That was smack in the end of the tournament. You know what I mean? So it was definitely hard. It's hard as shit.
I think too, bro, like, people don't understand, like, when you doing judge battles, like, you really putting your brand on the line, you know what I'm saying? Because these are L's that even if you feel like, the judge is wrong, like, you got to hold. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to me, I always respect when somebody's just like, let's do a judge battle, if they doing a judge battle. Because, like, if me and Bonnie battle tomorrow, right, it's just a regular battle. If she get off her material, I get off my material, no matter what happens, I can always debate I beat her. She can always debate me, you know what I'm saying? It just is, and we don't have fans to argue that.
Yep.
But, like, when you say, like, this is judge, and this is for, like, to move to a next, you can never argue that, even if I felt like I beat her. So, I just think that's another, that's something else that people don't really think about. Like, you really putting your brand on it. And then we battling people that sometimes you feel like, you shouldn't lose to. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I feel like, even though I was the quote-unquote favorite for this one, it was even more difficult because it was like, Loso, you can't lose to the people because we don't even know such and such. Yeah. And then Bonnie had it like where it was like a bunch of names, which I was super impressed.
Pressure.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, snap. Like, I got to really, really show out. You know what I'm saying? So,
what I love about a tournament is the turnaround time. Like, it really, like, pressure makes diamonds type shit. You don't have a lot of turnaround time. You don't know who's going to be the next round. So that's why I love showing myself in those settings because it just shows a certain type of skill. I love tournaments. This is my
was that tournament like, you knew when you was going to battle the next round?
Sometimes, no. Unfortunately for me, I kept finding out the week before.
Oh,
Jeez.
So it's like they kept rolling out who won on the shows every week. So we didn't know until the week before our fucking battle. So that's why Ines, it was like, that was like really pressure right. And that one I had like 4 days.
That, I ain't gonna lie. If y'all did not watch Bonnie, like, I saw a clip.
Yeah, you went crazy on that.
That was
and I was
4
like,
days.
she's talking filthy.
It was pressure. But I knew, I'm like, damn, everybody talking about the Diddy shit. I gotta make the moment. I gotta make this moment right now.
Yeah. We had 2 weeks in between our tour, like during the tournament. But the last round, obviously, like that's why I said, it's been a year, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Well, it's almost a year, you know what I'm saying? Exaggerating, but it's been a while. But the tournament was 2 weeks though, so I think that kind of adds another effect to it. It's just like, if you're doing other battles and then you got to prepare for these people, that's kind of crazy. So
how I feel finally getting that money, you know what I mean? Getting that check.
I was in Vegas chilling.
Yeah.
They escorted me out the building immediately because, LA ain't no thing. I mean, Vegas ain't no thing to play with too. Escorted me out. I had fun.
You live in Vegas?
No. We did a tournament final in Vegas.
So you was chilling out there after that?
Yep. I got to meet Cam. I got to pull up to the studio.
Fire.
It was lit.
That was lit.
So man, for me, and I'm pretty sure for her, like, when you like in like competitive mode and you trying to like get to a goal, I already envision like the money, bro. Like I envision like, unfortunately I do that with my parlays too, it don't be hit.
Right.
I be envisioning like, like, cool, I'm gonna win this, bro. I got like I always tell people, bro, you gotta win the battle 100 times in your head before you win it on stage. So you gotta like just think like, okay, how I'm gonna do this? When he do this, what am I gonna do? Like what happens if, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff. So the second round when he going crazy, I've already thought for some reason I already knew I was gonna win the first round. Then when he comes back in the second, I'm like, well, that's normal because the crowd not gonna let it go down 2-0 in a tournament.
Right.
They want this whole suspense. So 1-1, even if it's not 1-1, boom.
If they can say it, they're gonna say it.
So you gonna go ahead and fight in your third. So for me, I think like it's just a relief now, bro. Like I get to go ahead and do everything I've already envisioned. Like yo, dap up people, do videos, do interviews, boom, boom, and being on the right side of the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Even shout out obviously shout out to Cino, he was doing his work, but that's just how I kind of feel, bro. So it's a good relief.
That baptism bar, took the battle.
How was it for you and Ump like that last battle? Because I know Ump wanted that money too.
He definitely did. He came with a prop. I was nervous. I'm like, what the fuck is this? He about to do. So he had a prop.
And the last one was in person? The last battle was in person?
Last battle was in person.
Wow.
So
everything was on the line?
It was virtual until then. So I did feel like, damn, this was working for me. The virtual shit was working for me. I was knocking every round out. Ump is a big guy. So I'm like, damn, he gonna try to deliver and present me type shit. But actually, I was barking on him.
Yo, did the online aspect kind of have like, you like even for you though, even though like you a woman or like you might be like smaller than certain guys, like did you feel like it's still a dynamic where the culture can't really feel your presence? Because you still Bonnie at the end of the day, so it's like, yo, I'm just in front of a computer. Or did you feel like it added to you?
I feel like it was my benefit for sure. I feel like it was to my benefit because the type of style of writing that I have, they stopped me in the building a lot. Where I was able to clean, get through a straight, it's like watching a straight roast. Non-stop, like relentless.
Right.
Instead of having to stop and wind up again, I just went straight through it. So that's what was working for me, and that's what was working great. That shit is still viral right now. There's still people following me and that shit. So I'm like, damn, that's working for me. I want to keep it going. And they're like, you know what? Can't call me on the phone and say, you know what, you did so crazy, you were calling me about this, we're gonna do the finals.
All I know is she cheated the 20
Don't
pounds.
listen to him.
She got me out of there.
He ain't have his eyes on the prize.
Hey,
He have his eyes on the prize.
Hey, let me say this. That's why when we talk about, and I'm gonna give her flowers. That's why when we talk about
Loso
faces of battle rap right now, it's about. I understand the answer as far as like the culture.
Right.
But if you just talking about like getting fans outside of the culture because of the content she's putting out.
Right.
She said it today, bro. It's her and Anderson, bro. If we just being real, and I know she wrote it, so it's gonna be like, of course, Bonnie gonna say something. But I'm gonna say it because it's like, yo, if you just scrolling, you just scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, like you'll see what's popping. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, there's an answer for like, well, who's on Summer Madness and who's on Gnome, it's like that. Of course, we're not talking about that. And Bonnie wouldn't deny that. But if we just talking about like, yo, whose impact is transcending the culture? That's Bonnie and Anderson for the last year.
Wow.
That's in my door. Thank you. Shout out to us manifesting those wins.
Real talk.
I tell people all the time, manifest your win. Manifest your win. That's how you get it.
Was it a tough battle though versus you and Ump? Was it a hard battle?
Hell yeah. Like I said, I had everybody in the room knows him as much as maybe more than they know me. Like, I Freaky Zeke in the room. We got people that he knows from the
Right.
I don't want this nigga to come style on me in front of his friends. I really had to pull it out the bag. It was almost like an Enes part 2, but I'm gonna just let y'all watch it.
Last
so
question.
It's dropping then.
Yeah, it is. It's dropping on the 7th. What's that?
Because the other one's
Next week.
They did. They dropped in the
Tuesday
middle
after?
of the show.
Okay.
They dropped in the middle of the show. So it's gonna be on Revolt TV. Totally
Fire.
free in the middle of the Revolt
Yeah.
That's when the finals drop.
Dope.
That goes to what you just said about transcending where the influences are.
Yeah, I'll be trying.
Nah,
it's
big
like,
shit.
It's like, bro, don't get me wrong, like I'm always like, I mean, I battle on every league, so you know, but for like Bonnie, like to get those opportunities, like you gotta do that because you don't know when that window's gonna open up again, bro. So it's like, yo, even if let's say TBL was calling her, let's say URL, whatever, she's like, she gotta put that on hold. That's gonna come back around. If MTV or Netflix or something like I gotta try it. Yeah. Even if I fall flat on my face, I gotta do it because of the possibilities. Like the reward just outweighs it's bigger than the risk. You know what I'm saying? So for her, it's just like no brainer, bro. So I appreciate like them even doing that and getting into those platforms.
Appreciate it. Yeah, look up for the next Killer Countdown. I think they're doing another one.
Oh, they're gonna do another one.
Make sure y'all ready.
And you gonna double back up to try to get it again?
I don't think they're gonna let me do that.
Okay.
I'll do it, bro.
Loso, that's what I'm talking about.
But I ain't
25,000 Loso, you need?
I'll make sure
I'll
make sure I put a blast out if I see it.
Yeah. If it's the computer joint, like, you know, I'm gonna still do it. Like it's because I kind of like I
like
build
being
up
in
my
person?
conviction and like, you know, like the way I deliver. So on the computer's gonna be kind of, but I will still do it though, regardless.
Hey man, 25,000. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Might be 50. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, last thing I want to ask.